Campaigners say there is a national Indigenous Australian agency that does this work. The Yes campaigners say it's not working. In reality, 8 of 44 referendums in Australia have got across the line. Other cultural groups, including the Chinese community, today hosting forums in support.
I would like people to really open your heart to listen to our Indigenous people. We have nothing to lose, nothing to be feared about.
The referendum will be held in the last quarter of the year. Sarah Naven for 10 News First.
In a Uluru statement from our heart, and listen to their cries from the heart, and the support of First Nations to Parliament. This vote yes in the coming referendum. As Chinese Australians, as multicultural community members, we have been enjoying all the opportunities that this wonderful multicultural country can offer us. But in the meantime, we feel a deep sense of responsibility that we should not be just bystanders. We must play a more proactive role in making this country an even better place for everyone, including our Indigenous Australians.
Thank you, Jimmy, and thank you so much to everyone for having me here today. Thank you to all of our panel members. I look forward to an interesting dialogue and conversation around the issue that's been floating around for a really long time, and lots of people are wanting to have questions answered. But before I go any further, my name is Laurel Williamby Guruli, but most people know me as Leila Guruli. And as a proud young woman of the Gulfport clan, originally from Northeast Arnhem in the Northern Territory, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the lands that I am lucky and privileged to live and write on, the lands of the Wurundjeri and Taungurung people of the Kulin Nation. And pay my respects to their elders past, present and future, and extend that respect to any other First Nations people that may be in the room today.
介绍，我叫 Leila Guruli，我本人是雍古部落的一位妇女。我们这个部落是在北领地东北部的一个部落。我在此对我们这片土地的传统的原住民以及他们的长老表示敬意。我在那里生长，在那里出生，在那里长大，我对他们表示深切的敬意，原住民表示敬意。
I will be voting yes. That's a simple question. And when I think about why and many other things people have said to me, I go back to one word, which is injustice. Injustice.
我在这里想说的是，对于本次公投，我投的票是 yes 赞成票，非常的简单。我在考虑这个问题的时候，很多人问我说：“你为什么会投赞成票呢？”其实就是一个词，不公正。
I've spoken to probably hundreds of people who Chinese Australians who've actually asked me why we're having this and why we're doing this, and it's always very, very hard to explain it from, I guess, the suffered by the First Nation people who've actually suffered, if not the same, if not the worst.
我考虑到我们当年华人所遭受的待遇，尤其是我们在唐人街看到当年唐人街建成的时候是淘金时代，而且第一批华人到了澳大利亚，他们要支付各种各样的额外的费用，而且还通过了排澳的政策。如果我们可以把这种不公平的待遇与土著人相比，我们就知道我们受到的待遇跟土著人非常相似，甚至土著人比我们受到的待遇还要高。
One layer deeper into this southern country. The deeper the root, the more luxuriate the branches and the greater the fruit. This year makes 205 years since the first Chinese migrant arrived in Australia back in 1818. Yet, the historical connections between Chinese and Indigenous people have lacked.
I'm a volunteer of the Chinese Community Council of Australia Victorian Chapter and the community organization who co-hosts today's forum alongside the Chinese Museum. Thank you, Leila, and everyone, for walking us through the insightful perspective about well-informed voting in the upcoming referendum. As a Chinese Australian, I will surely vote yes.
What the First Nations people are giving us migrants is a gift. A gift to join them and walk with them on this path to recognition in the Australian Constitution.
我们谈到乌鲁鲁内心声明的时候，其实是原住民给我们所有的移民的一个礼物，它让我们让我们跟他们一起共同走向全澳和原住民一起和解认可的过程。
Population, but even up to date, that clause sits in the parliament. So, as migrants, we have much more than they have, and this voice will give them will have a say in how we need to stand with the First Nations people and vote yes. Thank you.
有一点，我请大家考虑一下，我们只要是有澳大利亚公民，那么任何人都不可以告诉我们应该去怎么投票，我们是否应该投票。你只要是澳大利亚公民，你都有权利去投票。那么，虽然在1967年的时候，澳大利亚人民通过公投认识到原住民能够提供建议，让他们去说明应该自己做什么样的事情，他们有发言权。因此，我在这里鼓励我们的移民，不论是年老的、年轻的老移民还是新移民，我们都应该站起来，在本次公投中投赞成票。谢谢大家。
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Diana, CCCA-VIC Director for Community Engagement. I'm the first nation of multicultural Asian Australian residing in Melbourne, has held professional roles such as the management at bank and currently serving as leading lending executive. I actively contribute to multicultural associations and professional groups, including servicing as AFL ambassador and the board director at Boxing Hawks.
就本次公投投赞成票，继续跟华人社团进一步的沟通，受到的影响深入的了解。我们支持原住民获得更好的生活，就像我们华人一样，希望为我们的华人社区，为我们自己的民众能够努力，能过得更好一样。
And the message is that simple. So hopefully that's easy enough to bring the conversation out there, and I look forward to the amazing change and impact we can have as multicultural communities within Australia for the upcoming referendum.
所以我们的信息就这么简单，非常的容易，大家走出去到外边跟各种各样的人去对话，通过这些对话，我们希望改变澳大利亚社会。通过本次公投，大家投赞成票。
Also, my mother's here, so make sure that you're nice too.
非常感谢，非常感谢，我妈妈今天也来了。
Back in 2017, 6 years ago, 250 Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders gathered at Uluru to make a statement from the heart.
在6年前，也就是2017年，有250名原住民和托雷斯岛屿的岛民聚集在乌鲁鲁，发表了乌鲁鲁内心声明。
They called for a voice to Parliament. A voice would be an advisory body of Indigenous Australians and would provide advice to the government.
地上生活了6万年的人，把这个地方称为家的人，对你说不，你的感觉是什么呢？
How would you feel if the people who took your children said no to you?
如果是把你的孩子给抢走的人对你说不，你是什么样的感觉呢？
It's something that for a lot of First Nations Australians they can't even think about, because that would be completely disastrous.
那么对于原住民来说，他们觉得这个完全不敢想象，是灾难性的。
So we have an opportunity.
First of all, the Museum of Chinese Australian History acknowledges Aboriginal Torres traditional owners of the country throughout Australia, and I pay my respects to their cultures and elders past, present and emerging.
首先，我们奥华博物馆对我们全澳大利亚的原住土著民族表示敬意，对他们的文化、对他们的过去、现在和未来的长老表示敬意。
And I think what I would have to say is when you look at the work that has already been done, the proposed model is that Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders, 24, will be elected from community groups across the country. These will be elected by community, for community. And so the proposed model will ensure that it's not a select group of elites, which is what a lot of people have been saying from the No campaign. The third question you said was the point about a lot of money and investment into Indigenous affairs across the